Hello and welcome back to the OHD SDK. My name is Sergeant Samples, and in today's video I want to demonstrate some tools that I made to help folks plan the routes and tiers on their maps. And these I think could be useful whether you've done this quite a few times or if this is your very first map, but it's a way that I kind of thought could help folks see their routes and tiers and plan accordingly. So these spheres, I've placed these above my flags, every single one of my flags, and I can change the tier number to whatever, up to 18. And that's just where I stopped the enumerator. You could obviously do more if you'd like. But this is tier 5 here, and it's got the blue team as the owner. I can set it to red or no team. This is the blue team at tier 5. Tier 4 has no team, Tier 3 has no team, Tier 1 is red here on the other end of the field. And then these are construction splines that the farther or shorter you make them, it automatically adds a cube. And then you can change the route number to these as well for, and it just automatically changes the cube and the text so that you can see what route it is. And in the higher tiers, it goes to stripes, just to be different. But this is route 2 right there. And you also can add spline points anywhere in the middle so that it can change the exact flow of combat. Say you've got like a really big piece of cover that it's going around. If you wanted to add spline points around that for like the distance to show the exact distance, you certainly could. But this is a relatively simple map to use these on. If we look at a more complicated map, you'll see how these could really come in handy. This is Operation Midnight Oil. It's a map that is part of my Plastic Factions overhaul that is designed from the ground up to be built for vehicles, since vehicles are going to be implemented into the game officially here pretty soon. But with how big the level has gotten, I've had to kind of plan ahead about how I want these routes to go throughout the map. So I built these tools to help me keep that organized. And if we take a look at this flag right here in particular, this means that this is tier 6 with no team assigned, and it has 3 routes coming to it. We have Route 5, Route 3, and Route 6 are all coming to or from this flag. And the one that's here above it, this is tier 7 with no team assigned, and route number 7 coming and going from that flag. I actually had to duplicate the flags down here underneath in order to get the routes to work exactly how I wanted them to, so I duplicated the spheres to help me keep track and then draw my splines accordingly. So this is a pretty good indication of how these tools could be useful across long distances. And the other thing that I've done with these is to put these into a sub-level called dump level. If you don't know how to make a sub-level, what you can do is go to levels, and if you don't have the levels window, go to window, levels, and then I dock mine up here by the world outliner and my output log here in the top right. But if we go to levels, select a few of these actors anywhere here in the world, go to levels, create new with selected actors, and it's going to ask you where you want to save this level. I already have one called DM_dump level, and I'm just calling it a dump level because that's what another YouTuber called it. But a dump level is just a place where you can put items that are not going to be included in the level when you ship it. It's just there as a sub-level that you can quickly turn on and off using this eyeball icon. But it's also not going to be loaded when you actually hit play. So when I hit play and load up into the world, because there's nothing telling the persistent level or the main level to load that dump level, then the items that are in that dump level aren't there. And if you want to know more about sub-levels and how to use them, then I suggest looking up smarter people than me who have done better tutorials on YouTube. But the point is that you can quickly make a sub-level, and as long as that's not set to always loaded, then these will not be visible and you can leave them connected to the map. Or if you're really paranoid about it, you can hit remove selected so that there's no possibility of it being shipped with those being visible. But with all that said, use these however you'd like. They are open source. If you don't like the colors, if you think that it needs to go to higher route numbers or flag tiers, or if there's something that I messed up here or you have some better method that you think these could be used, then by all means, use them however you'd like. But good luck with whatever you're working on, and have a great day.